It is Thursday, the 8th of August, 2024. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my song of the day. Here we are again talking about Australia's own King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, or King Giz as they are affectionately known. You may recall a few weeks ago I talked about their song Hell from their album Infest the Rat's Nest. Well, they're releasing new music this year because they're always fucking releasing new music. Very prolific band. Specifically, their 26th album comes out. Oh, actually, it might be out by the time this episode is out. Hold on. I record these in advance. Tomorrow! That's funny. Okay. Their new album, in fact, comes out tomorrow. Now, I'm recording this in advance, so I'm further out from the actual day it comes out. But when you're hearing this, the album comes out on the 9th of August, which is tomorrow. So that's going to be interesting because I haven't listened to the other songs that are, I think they've released more than one song from the album, but this song, Le Risque, is the only one I've really listened to because I prefer to go into it relatively blind if the album's coming out soon enough. But I've been listening to this song so much, I really like it. I've really been enjoying it, which is why we're talking about it today. I have other King Giz songs that I wanted to talk about, but this has been stuck in my head for the last while. The album's coming out tomorrow, so I figured I might as well talk about it now. So you may recall me saying that King Giz tend to cycle through different genres. They experiment with different sounds, and the one we talked about before was like a thrash metal song. This song is more kind of bluesy sort of a sound, Americana sort of a sound. I've seen comparisons to ELO, Boston, various different groups. I really enjoy it anyway, and I hope you do too. So let's go ahead and listen to it now and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. Oh, I just love the vibe of it so much. It's got such a good groove to it. Just do 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 do. I love that so much. All right, let's talk about this song. For one thing, what's interesting about this album is a quote here from Consequence Sound, Stu McKenzie, saying, "We wanted to have as many lead vocalists as we could and to pass the mic. Like, this is my part, my idea. I'm going to sing it, and then I'm going to pass the mic along to you, and you can do your thing." The whole record is built around that. We ended up doing a lot of backing vocals and extra recording, everyone in a room around a couple of microphones, just to give it that feel. So it's really interesting for this album because generally vocals are done by Stu McKenzie, who is, like, in a lot of ways the face of the band because he's the lead vocalist. That tends to happen a lot. I think he produces the music as well. It certainly credits him as producing this song on Genius. But other people in the band have done vocals as well, like Ambrose Kenny Smith and Joey Walker. This song, though, in particular, is the debut vocals of the drummer, Michael Kavanagh, affectionately known as Cavs. He gets a verse in here, and it's great. It's a great part of the song, and it's wild to have him doing vocals on a King Giz song. It's cool to get everyone involved, like Stu was saying. It's a cool thing to do with a band, you know? Give them little moments to shine like that outside of... I mean, Cavs is a great drummer anyway. I fucking love the drumming in Giz songs, but it's cool to have a little vocal moment like that. So, the song, it seems to be about taking risks. Le risque is French for the risk. And I don't know how sincere it's supposed to be. You can never really tell with Giz, but it does feel like it's taking the piss a bit. You know, there's mentions of Evel Knievel and things like that, and Philippe Petit, who famously walked a tight wire between high up places. Like, it feels like it's kind of making fun of daredevil-y sort of people in a way, and probably affectionately, but it's that's the feel I get from it. I mean, it's a new song, so we don't have like real in-depth analyses of it yet. But let's just go ahead with the first verse, which is Joey Walker singing. Feel it, know it, trust in the lie you've been sold. Oh yeah, no risk. Tell yourself whatever you need to hear to fall just right like a dagger from a height, 'cause death to me is a life lived safely. So, like I said about like kind of making fun of the idea of taking risks, and it also feels like it's talking about rebelling against social norms in a way. You know, trust in the lie you've been sold. Oh yeah, no risk. Like, kind of saying that the society that we live in, that people conform to, is sold as being less risky, and that's why you should conform to it. But he's kind of saying like, oh yeah, no risk, tell yourself whatever you need to hear. Like, that's not how life works, because death to me is a life lived safely. Saying like, I don't want to live without taking risks. I want to take risks. That it would be death for me to live a boring life without risks, you know? Give me something to thin the blood. There's nothing quite like digging graves for fun. It gets my body ringing like a bell, 'cause I'm the fucking recoil of a gun in hell. The lyrics are just really like, I feel like badass boasting, but like in a way that doesn't really make sense to me. Like, particularly the fucking recoil of a gun in hell. It just sounds cool. You know, but it doesn't really mean anything, I don't think. I might be misinterpreting it entirely, who knows. And then we get Cavs' bit. All right. So it's kind of spoken here. Someone in the comments said, compared it to Captain Beefheart, which I can see. I understand that, yeah. No heart, no tick. I'm weak as piss, no risk. No fire, no flame. I'm always feeling the same. The risk, it sits at the tip of my tiny prick. No style, no ease. I'm a pathetic, forgotten steez. So I feel like it's making less fun of daredevils, making more fun of people who don't take risks, I suppose. Because this guy is saying, like, I'm weak as piss, no risk. You know, I don't take these risks. I have a tiny penis. I'm a pathetic, forgotten steez. Like, it's making fun of this kind of person. Genius helpfully notes, this is the second recorded time, along with their first album's title track, 12 Bar Bruise, that a member of the band has called their own penis tiny in a song. Thank you, Genius, for this helpful note. No, I just love the delivery of all this. Cav's first vocals, and it's him saying that he is a tiny prick. But it's really good in the beat of the song, with like the ba-dum 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 ba-dum, you know, with his vocals over it and his kind of sarcastic, smarmy sounding vocals, you know, all right. It has a very specific groove to it that I enjoy. And then, yeah, he does sing the, all right, the risk, let's ride the risk. Well, all right, the risk, it's time, the risk. Okay, let's ride. Now, they debuted the song live, and I've watched a few of the live videos, and the way they used to do it live was, you know, Cavs would get a big cheer for singing and doing his first vocals, and then after that last, the risk, they would stop playing, and after a big pause, he would go, okay, let's ride. And the rest of the band would come in, and then they would go into the Ambrose verse. Now, in the official release, there's no pause there, which I also enjoy, because he just kind of suddenly goes, okay, let's ride. But I appreciate the way it's done live with the big pause, and I wonder if they're going to keep doing it like that. They probably will, but it's interesting to have the different version on the album, you know. And then we get Ambrose coming in with, hello, Evel Knievel. The fucking power he comes in with, it's so good. Like, in stark contrast to Cav's really low-key speaking vocals, you get the it's so good. And like, I don't think I've mentioned the music video yet. The music video has them all like walking around an aircraft hangar, along with the actor David McRae, who's also in it for some reason. Cavs is leaning against a plane, drinking coffee when he's doing his verse and all that. And then with the Hello Evel Knievel line, Ambrose is sitting in a plane and dancing and beaming, and like two of the other guys are pushing the plane by its wings. It's so great. It has such great energy to it. So you get Hello Evel Knievel running through the red light, Philip Petit, yeah, walk the tight wire, take the risk, you only live once. So Evel Knievel, famous daredevil, I mostly think of him as being what Lance Murdoch from The Simpsons was based on. Hello Evel Knievel running through the red light, like comparing his daredevil stunts to the idea of running a red light, which is risky, but it's not like the same kind of thing, right? And then Philippe Petit, who is a French high wire artist, he walked between the Notre Dame Cathedral towers, he walked the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and most famously, he walked between the Twin Towers in New York in the 70s, way before 9/11, obviously. And so, again, like this daredevil sort of stunt, and then ending it with You Only Live Once, of course. Gotta say YOLO. And then it quiets down again, and then you get Stu Mackenzie's verse, because gotta have Stu Mackenzie. Where softer souls do sleep, in the hush of morning's glow, I rest not, I cannot, I just go. The risk, my muse, for its focus I depend, nosedive into the ocean, do dangerous shit and transcend. This world, it spins too slow, its tempo paints my world in grey, my heart cannot beat fast enough, the risk is technicolor paint, one life, one chance, clench the moment in your hand, adrenaline, my dearest friend, it's you and me until the end. So just highlighting it over and over again about taking risks, about not wanting to slow down. Its tempo paints my world in grey is a great way to say that, and just about like following that adrenaline, chasing that dragon, trying to keep just taking risks and being a risky person like that. He calls it his muse. Just so much energy in this song. I love the music. I love the drum fill in each chorus when you have the, you know, give me something to thin the blood. You have the drums going. I love that fill. Great. And I love the way it drops out a few times to get quieter, and then it's, you know, gets louder again with Cavs and then Ambrose and then Stu. So good. And I love Stu's vocals. He starts off kind of not whispering, but like, where softer souls do sleep. It's quite a soft singing tone. And then after that, he gets like kind of more vocal fry as he goes, you know, my heart cannot beat fast enough. The risk is technicolor paint. He's kind of like not going full Infest the Rat's Nest, but he's getting like more more excited as he sings more about adrenaline. It makes sense. He's getting pumped up. And this song pumps me up. This song has been on my fucking current phase playlist for so long. It's so good. I love it a lot. I hope you enjoy it too. Can't wait for the album to come out tomorrow. Can't wait to listen to it. And I can't wait to see what other interesting vocal things the band does, because that seems to be the thing they're experimenting a lot with on this album. And if they all have this kind of bluesy rock sound, it'll be really interesting. There's a fucking harmonica in this. Can't go wrong with a bit of harmonica. Love me a bit of bluesy harmonica. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I think that's going to be all for today. Please give me a like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think. When the album comes out, tell me what you think of that. I might end up covering other songs on the album depending on how I feel about them. Please tell other people about this show. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Break it down.
But it's really good in the beat of the song with Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up in the group chat.